Hello to you all and Erev Shabbat Shalom. My name is Rabbi Dr. Gil Gershon Tivon, and I'll speak to you today about this week's Parsha, which is Parashat Balak. Why was Balak, why did he merit to have a whole Parsha called upon his name? Especially when the Vilna Gaon says that the Parsha can be summarized into the gist of it in the first word, the name of the Parsha. So we have very few parshiot which are called after people. We don't have a parasha after our forefather Abraham or Yitzchak or Yaakov. We only have a few, which is Yitro, given the Torah in the parsha is called on his name, that has to be understood. And I spoke about that topic on Parashat Yitro. The next parsha is Parashat Pinchas. Well, that can be understood, but Balak, who is he to have a whole parasha called after his name? Well, we should know that the whole story of Balak is a secret story whereby from his descendants came many generations later Ruth. And Ruth, a few generations later, came from a very great king of all the generations, King David, who was our Messiah in that generation. And in the future, when Mashiach will come, his name will be from the word Adam. Aleph is Adam Arishon, the first man. Dalet is King David, and Mem is Mashiach. So his soul is going to be reincarnated into Mashiach. And therefore, we have to understand that it's a story about Balak because there was something good inside him. In his DNA, he really did fear and had an awe from God. He also had fear from the Jewish people. That's why he's called Balak. From the word Balak came a person who wants to lick our blood, like Bilam, a person that doesn't have a nation, a minister without any files towards him. And it's a very big unfortunate mishap for all the nations to have been given such a great prophet like Bilam, who had the same equal prophecy as Moshe Rabbeinu, but nevertheless he abused the power of prophecy and used it only to curse the Jewish people and other nations. And his marital condition and relationship, we all know what the Pasha said, that he had relationship with his female donkey, which is, to say the least. But the story of Balak is about a whole nation that tries to find a window of opportunity, tries to find the leak, L-E-A-K, in the Jewish people. How can we get them? How can we make them fall? Till Bilam himself stands and says, Matovu ohalecha Yaakov. How beautiful are the different tents of the Jewish people, which each one is facing the same direction, that nobody sees the other person's wife, that everyone is modest. And that's where Bilam knew the soft spot of the Jewish people, and 24,000 men were sent to be tempted into adultery and into idolatry. And these 24,000 men have caused incredible plague amongst the Jewish people, telling us, in short, that like the Talmud says, Elohehem shel ele sonezima, God, Hashem, hates any kind of atrocity when it comes to forbidden relationships. And in our day and age, where the social media is definitely out there and has brought the street into home, it's pity that many, many homes, many families have been destroyed because of it. Because social media is the tree of good and bad, the tree of knowledge. However, there's lots of good information. Most of us use Rabbi Google, but it's also the tree of very much evil. And every person must put guards and put up his guards and watch his home. You yourself, your wife, your husband, your kids, that we go the right direction. We all need variety, but we also all need certainty. Certainty comes from proper, appropriate family life, marital life, going in the right direction, going out with your wife, with your husband, and entertaining a new topic every week together, or a few. There's so much to be done within the home. There's so much to be done out of the home, but in an appropriate way. There's no need for us to be tempted to withdrawn down from who we are and have the wrong direction in the way that we want to be aligned with Hashem, aligned with God. We all work for one boss, and that boss is God. And he's got very few major rules that he's asking from us. One of these major rules is do not be adulterous and don't go after idolatry. The third one, don't spill anybody's blood, whether it's a Jew or a non-Jew. These are three cardinal sins within the Jewish world for which we have to die rather than do. In other words, if somebody puts a gun to my head and says either do it or don't do it, I'm not supposed to kneel in front of an idol. I'm not supposed to have adulterous relationship, even if I'm being forced to it. I should rather give up my life. And I will never let myself kill anyone being forced into the act, rather say, kill me. It makes no difference, even if it's a non-Jew. So I wish all of you Shabbat Shalom, and I invite you to ponder and inquire about this Parsha, which is incredible. And we have a slot of and a window of opportunity in this week to inculcate into our souls this week's Parsha's topics and subjects, because in this week there is a siyata dishma, there is a help from Shamayim, from heaven, to help us embrace these topics and bring them home and make them integrated with who we are and to bring them into our life. So to all of you, Shabbat Shalom.